to episode 6 of Vault Recap, where I'll be recapping on all the latest Fallout 76 community and Bethesda news. This week we have the latest from inside the Vault, including Meat Week, Double XP, Double Score, the Purveyor Sale, and then we have Scandal. Oh yeah. We recap on the Twitter beef over a water slide, Fallout 76 being compared to The Sims, and the patch fix that wasn't. We will also be putting the community spotlight on 2 epic camp builders. So let's jump in. WaterSlideGate, not to be confused with Watergate, a US political scandal in which an attempt in 1972 to bug the national headquarters of the Democratic Party in the Watergate building in Washington DC led to the resignation of President Nixon. No. WaterSlideGate, as I'm insisting on it being referred to, was possibly the most scandalous news I'd seen on Twitter in weeks. Citizens were up in arms over the addition of a water slide to the atomic shop. Dwellers appeared from their vaults in droves to discuss the pros and cons of this addition, and for once it wasn't about the cost of the bundle, 1500 atoms if you must know. It wasn't about the apparent bug that would swoop you straight back to the top of the slide before you'd finish saying, "Wee." Yeah, anyway. Oh no, this uproar caused quite a stir when some had the audacity to say they disliked it, and others had the cheek to say they liked it. It ended in Twitter debates, profiles being blocked, and more insanity. But it taught us all one thing. If you ever visit a water park, be sure to ask the question, do you like water slides? And pray for a positive response. On a serious note though, folks, love it or hate it, you are allowed to have an opinion, and I'm not judging. I just found the whole debacle entertaining for the sole purpose of this video. Personally, I believe that we live in a free world where you can share your opinion, but understand never to get strung up on trivial pursuits. Shout out to you if you remember that ball game. After all, an opinion is just a belief, and we all know that a belief can never be 100% factual. So no matter which side of the slide you're on, you're wrong. The only fact of the matter is that a water slide is in the Atom Shop until August 24th, but you'll have to splash out 900 atoms to get it, or 1500 atoms if you want those fancy sunloungers, the deck chair commonly referred to as a donut, and the blue and green foundation and floors. In this week's Inside the Vault, Bethesda announced the return of Meat Week. Kicking off on Tuesday, August 17th, everyone's favourite Super Mutant returns with his Cook Fest in the Meat Week seasonal event. To take part, you have 2 events to complete. The first being Primal Cuts, which will appear every 15 minutes for you to join and take down Prime Beast before the timer expires to be rewarded with Prime Meat, which you will need for Grahms Meat Cook, the second event of the 2. This event spawns every hour on the hour, just south of Vault 76. Join other players by completing challenges such as playing the drums, rotating the meat on the spit roast, putting out fires, and of course dropping off your prime meat. If you complete everything successfully in the event, then you will win plants, some rarer than others, like the pepper shaker. We covered this in more detail during the Vault Recap episode 3, so check out that episode to learn more about the pepper shaker. The addition of prime meat will ensure full completion, so do try and do a prime meat event if you can, to ensure you are rewarded with a legendary at the end. Also, just a reminder that both events kick off from the 17th of August until the 23rd of August, followed shortly by Double XP, which runs from August 19th to the 23rd. So some fun events coming up, and everyone loves Double XP. Talking of Double XP, you will also benefit from Double Score and the Purveyor Sale from the 12th to the 16th of August. This means you'll be able to rank up and claim season rewards twice as quickly over the next few days by earning double the usual score from all of your daily challenges. No Vault Recap is complete without our favourite Blue Ridge merchant Minerva, who kicked off her big sale last week, and since then she has been taking a few days off to replenish her wares. She's nearly ready to return to Appalachia and resume wheeling and dealing rare item plans in exchange for some gold bullion. Minerva will drop by Full Atlas, Foundation or the Crater from Monday to Wednesday each week for 3 weeks. Following that 3rd visit, she will return one more time a little over a week later to host her big sale once again. Bethesda wanted to share Minerva's itinerary with you for this month so that you know when to keep an eye out for her while you're on the hunt for new plans. So the first visit will run from August the 16th to the 18th. The second visit will be from August 23rd to the 25th. The third visit will be from August 30th to September 1st. And then Minerva's big sale will be from September 9th to September 13th. All of these start from 12 PM Eastern Time or 5 PM UK time. Once Minerva's big sale comes to an end, she'll take a few more days off and return the following Monday to repeat her schedule, in this case September 20th. I was going to talk about the community likening Fallout 76 to The Sims, and the fear that others have of this becoming a reality with some of the Atom Shop editions, but then I realised something. Fallout 76 is an open world game that started out pretty poorly. It had no content, just lots and lots of space. It was literally a barren wasteland with hapless vault dwellers walking around wondering whether they'd bump into another player before they'd reach their next birthday. Such was the emptiness of the game. As time went by, players began to make their own stories. They'd build camps and welcome players in. Sometimes this would be fun, other times you'd blame your gullible nature for walking into a trap camp and waving goodbye to your 50 teddy bears, and swiftly learn never to trust a player again. Until that is, a level 300 would swing by in his juiced up power armour and drop you 1000 stimpaks, a set of armour and a level 5 pump action shotty with all the shells you could muster. Trust was restored. Players discovered rare outfits and plans and would share this information on Reddit, YouTube, Facebook and Twitter, showing others where and how to get these items. Some went even further and created spreadsheets showing the drop rate of specific plans. The level of detail some went to help others was both endearing and insane. People nowadays, and I'm going to sound old when I say this, but people who started playing in 2021 may not realise that without Fallout going through those dire early years, the community may not be what it is today. And without the community, we may not have such an extensive library of YouTube how-to guides, weapon showcases, creator spotlights, shameless plug, and more. All made by players who made the game their own. And this is why Fallout 76 is being likened to The Sims. Feel like I went a little off track there, but hear me out. If introducing more camp items and Fallout worlds has you likening it to The Sims, then that's fine, because this game is what you make it. You could liken it to a weaker version of Call of Duty if you just played Nuclear Winter, or compare it to any RPG if you just played the quests, dailies and campaigns. The point is, Fallout 76 is unique for better or worse. It can be whatever you want it to be. Just don't ask it to work all the time, because, well, that ain't gonna happen. Fallout dropped a hefty update as I reported in the last Vault recap, which focused on bugs and glitches. Some of the issues fixed meant that equipping the Raider Warlord helmet will no longer cause the character's facial hair to disappear. Players can now purchase gold bullion from Smiley up to the current maximum of 10,000. The crafting requirements for the legendary Facebreaker Power Fist now properly includes 2 legendary modules. The ability to craft this item has been re-enabled at weapons workbenches. Single shot range weapons can no longer spawn with the last shot legendary attribute, which also means that if you have a single shot weapon with the last shot attribute, you could consider that a legacy weapon. Other than that, I'm pretty sure dupers have found a way around the fixes already, but let's not dwell on that. How about this internal what the fuck-a-doodle? Did you hear about the fix that was fixed and then was unfixed? I can't hear your answer, so I'm going to tell you anyway. Bethesda devs decided to fix a fix that really didn't need fixing. First of all, we have more pressing issues such as the whole game crashing every 60 seconds. But I'm not hating on Bethesda, as there are clearly harder issues to fix. But surely they could have thought about this one a bit more, because when they decided to fix an issue that's been in game since the very beginning, it left many of us scratching our heads. You see, they fixed the floating foundations issue, which has been used by many players throughout the years to create some of the greatest camps in the game. Stick around to see a prime example of a goat camp. Sadly, there aren't any actual goats. This glitch was used to create floating items and allowed people to think way outside the box when creating camps. So when they announced that this had been fixed, well, it made no sense. Players, including myself, tweeted Bethesda to ask for this to be reverted, and they listened. It's not surprising, as Bethesda really do listen to you guys. So just a few days later, Bethesda announced that they had reverted the fix and all was well. Creative players who don't like sticking to rules could resume business as usual and continue making beautiful camps. Let's be honest, I know some people don't care for glitches, but this is one glitch that isn't harming anyone. Never affected you in the first place, then you know the old saying, if it doesn't hurt you, move along. No, that's not it. What doesn't kill you makes you... No, that's not it either. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, that'll do. Maybe it's time for me to move along. Let's move along. This week's community spotlight is a little shorter than usual because we are looking at 2 camp designers. I mean, people who create awesome camp designs. First, we have Reddit user Suzuki1980 with this inventive underground mine build, aptly titled Reclaimed Mine Build. Just take a look at the level of detail and time that went into making this. Really great job, Suzuki. If you're on PC and want to build me a camp, my level 7 player has 29 caps with your name on them. Now, modern houses are making a comeback in Fallout 76, with many players sharing screenshots of their modern houses, but I think I've found the guy who kickstarted this modern house trend, and he goes by the name of Logan RTX. Think I'm wrong? Comment below, but be kind. Remember, this is just my opinion and 1,000+ others who subscribe to his YouTube channel. Logan RTX has created themes including a Japanese pagoda and a dojo, a sinister church, an epic modern camp, complete with a tutorial for any camp builders who'd like to try their hand at one of his builds, along with many more. I'm going to stop fangirling now and let the footage speak for itself. Take a look at these. Thanks again for joining me for another episode of Vault Recap. I appreciate each and every one of you and just wanted to give a huge thank you for the love you've shown to this channel. In just 2 months, my channel has grown to over 340 subscribers, and that just means the world. Stay tuned for a new Fallout 76 Creator Spotlight with one of the nicest and longest running Fallout YouTubers out there, Ratty_Star. We will be talking about a ton of things, including why he took a break from YouTube earlier this year, what he's up to now, and Lego. Yes, Lego. Stay tuned for this episode in the coming weeks, and until next time, be a good citizen. Peace.